idea about your environment, you must represent the music and the arts.
All right, let's not waste time. I'm sorry, there was no audio there. So, two items I want to discuss tonight is number one, Ondo State Governor Akeredolu goes with NDLEA to Thailand to go and learn and plan how to set up, marijuana market for Ondo State government. This is coming just few months after elections, where Omoyele Sowore was quoted to be controversially, advocating for legalization and massive plantation of marijuana that belongs to Nigeria. I'll come to that in details just a bit now, but let's quickly just see to the second one, which is that Senate of Nigerian Senate has threatened to shut Bet9ja. Those of you that are into gambling, threats, all right. It is just to make Bet9ja come over now. They say because they have been inviting them over time to come and talk about something, but that Bet9ja has not been coming. Despite that, other companies that have license to be operating under the Lotto, whatever, of the Federal Republic of Nigeria have been coming, to their Senate committee, investigating one thing, or just chatting or gisting about one thing. Only Bet9ja, that is supposedly one of the biggest beneficiaries that has big clients in the country betting on sports, did not come despite their invitation. So they are threatening that if it does not come the next meeting to the Lotto game meters, Lotto gamers meeting with the Senate, that they will shut. When I say shutting, I mean that they wanted to cut it short. That they will shut down actually the Bet9ja operations in the country. But my people, let's get down to the business. No time. So this is it. Let's go into the details. I'll start with the first one. Alright. So Governor Akeredolu of Ondo State went to Thailand, and what was he doing there? He said he's learning with his team alongside the NDLEA how to plant, make it grow, and let everything work in Ondo State for marijuana. Well, this is coming just months after Omoyele Sowore said it was going to make marijuana replace oil. Okay, that it was going to make marijuana. Immediately Omoyele Sowore made that point, I had opinion, I had something to say about it, but I didn't want to be too fast or too forward or to be too loud, because at that time we were all thinking about how would this election go. So I didn't really want to talk about it, but let's go straight to it. What do I think? Well, but before I tell you what I think, let us make it clear first of all that Omoyele Sowore was the first in the country to make mention that marijuana, we can make sure that marijuana overtakes tobacco that belongs to the white people, and that Nigeria could actually also be helping in the industry, in the health sector, for those that need marijuana to treat cancer, ulcer, all that kind of patients in the world. And Nigeria has abundance of this thing if we monitor the plantation and we help it grow well. Okay, so what are we trying to say? Now, after the controversy went on, the propaganda went on for a while. Everybody say, a lot of people say, that guy go to smoke it go where is that the person that wants to rule Nigeria, blah blah blah. Eventually they are stealing the idea. This is not the first time they are stealing the idea from Omoyele Sowore, who said that they need a young and vibrant person like him to run the country. Several other ideas Omoyele Sowore had already put on the ground are already being stolen. Don't also forget that recently a senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria was saying that if the constitution of the country is not only due but is fraudulent. Shore was the first person to say that, during the election. Don't also forget that Shore was the first to propose that the salary of workers in Nigeria is already too low and is an insult to the people of Nigeria. Well, they started, bringing up the idea that okay, they want to increase it to 30,000 naira. Even then, some state governments are still saying they can't pay 30,000 naira, but they can be stealing enough money to go and be building houses, buying unnecessary cars for girlfriend, concubines, and the rest of them, and all of that. So that is on another side. Now let us now come back to what I think about the marijuana thing. You see, I don't understand why Oyinbo will say that cigarette kills, and that they will put the label, they will put the caveat that smokers of cigarette tobacco are liable to die young, and go ahead to still sell the killer cigarette, okay, because of economic reason. It belongs to them. Now Igbo is our own in Africa. If they allow us to sell Igbo, we will sell more than them, because Igbo is medicinal and it does not have tendency to kill. It is only the abuse of Igbo, just like abuse of anything, even water, abuse of food can be problematic. It is only the abuse of Igbo that can cause somebody to run mad. So why not also add that caveat to Igbo and legalize it? So what is the reason Igbo was, criminalized in the first place, or not legalized in the first place? It was because Oyinbo said so, not because we think it is not okay. All right. Now Oyinbo will come out and say Igbo is illegal, even though it doesn't kill, but cigar is legal even though it kills. They are the ones that did their findings and already told us that it kills. And no finding has showed that Igbo kills, except if you abuse it. Tendency that you run mad, or that you don't get the surface there. Now the question is, why would they delegitimize Igbo? It is because they know that if they allow us to sell our Igbo, it will be bought over the cigarettes, and then Africa will have more money. If you will not even need oil, Africa will have more money than them. So they decided to call it illegal and advise us to delegitimize it, and we obeyed. And because we have leaders who don't think, we ran into that crisis, and that's it. All right. But can we begin to repair, or to rework these things? Now let us get it clearly. You see, the people of the West are already legalizing Igbo. Okay, many states in America are already legalizing Igbo for its medicinal benefit. Now that many states are beginning to legitimize or legalize Igbo, can we therefore begin to grow it? The people who said it was illegal before and not good are now legalizing it in their own country. Don't you see economic opportunity there? That's number one question. Now let me come back to those that say I smoke Igbo. I see some comments saying, Shegun smokes Igbo and all of that. I don't smoke Igbo. I wish I know how to smoke it. Alright, I wish I know how to smoke it. One man went to Mo. I wish I know how to smoke Igbo. I don't know how to smoke Igbo. Our friends are smoking. Shegun Kuti smokes. Dede Mike Biaku smokes. But they are not mad. Have you listened to them speak before? You will know that. Have you listened to Fela speak? You know that Igbo is probably the best thing, because it stretches your brain to think better. Now let me tell you the reason I don't smoke Igbo. Something happened to me one day. That time I was still an undergraduate student at the University of Lagos, and I was going for celebration concert. It's a 7 days long concert every day. So I went there. One guy now came to me and said, I have SK. I said SK. He said, I have SK. I didn't know it as SK. He said, I have SK. I'm like, you have SK. What is SK? Because me, I know Shegun Kuti 101, and I call Shegun Kuti SK. Anytime I see Shegun Kuti, I'll say SK Alpha. So when the guy came to approach me and said, I have SK, I'm like, you have SK. Okay. Oh yeah. I want SK. And now said 200 naira. I said, okay, 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 okay. You now give it to me. You now give it to me. Some things wrapped, some one substance like that wrapped that look like, pieces of. They look like pebbles to me. I said, it was my first time seeing that thing. He gave it to me. I said, He said, ah. I perceive it anytime I go to shrine. I perceive it when people smoke, like a secondary smoker that I would be anytime I visited the shrine. So, but this time seeing it raw physically, I'm like, which one be this one? So I took it. All right, so I took it and I'm like, okay, what do I do with this? I was writing exams because it coincided with the time I was writing my final year exam at Unilag, and I decided to chew it raw. I chewed it in raw. No, not everything. Oh, don't get me wrong. I just took little of it. I said, okay, I want to see how this thing makes somebody high. I chew it. I chew the thing. So I chewed the thing. Guess what happened to me? Thank God somebody went to my faculty and noticed that my car wasn't there, and he called my phone. It was my phone that woke me up. I slept off after chewing that substance. Little of it, not even everything that I bought to. I just took little and said, let me just see how I get high, because they say this thing makes people high. I chewed it. Guess what? I slept off. I forgot myself, and I had not read Shingbang of the materials I was holding that I was supposed to read. So I slept off. I didn't like that experience. So since then I said I'm gonna stop taking that stuff. So that was since then. I never smoked it before. I never attempted it, but that first experience trying to chew it, I knocked off. So since then, I said never. I will not do it again. So I don't know how to smoke. I wish I do know how to. Now some comments are coming in, and I'm going to respond to all of them. Okay. Let me come back to the second one. Let me come back to this. One man went to Mo. You are becoming a nuisance. And at this point, we have to call you out, because sometimes, just because we want to be controversial, does not therefore mean you have to be, spewing trash. I will not condone that in this place, please. I will not condone that bullshit. All right, be civil. I've tried to condone you enough. All right, I will not condone it anymore, because this is rubbish. We are trying to look for a country that is better, and you are trying to drag us backwards. It's not acceptable to me. I'm not here joking. I'm supposed to be sleeping by this time. I came in late. I have works to do, and you are here spewing trash, just trying to be controversial unnecessarily. I'm not going to condone it, please. Now, the second topic I want to move on to, that I already told you, is that the Senate has threatened to shut down Bet9ja. And the reason is not far-fetched. They said because they are inviting people that they gave licenses to, that most of them are not necessarily operating with their licenses. And then Bet9ja has not been coming. But do you know what I know? What I know is that the Senate, anytime they meet with people like this, anytime they are broke, the Senate committee on this, on that, on this, on that, you know what they always do? They always collect money from, when they do their overlapping functions here and there, they collect money from department, agencies, and all of that. That's what they have been doing. All right. So at the end of the day, maybe Bet9ja already knew that trick, that every meeting na money we dey spend is not necessary. Fuck Senate. I beg your pardon, I use the word fuck. Ignore Senate, Jari. So the Senate is now threatening to shut down Bet9ja because of that reason. But this is my own reaction, and I know everybody has reaction too, and I want you to bring in your reactions so that we can interact about it. Alright. Now my reaction is, the Senate is saying that they generate money for the federal government through lottery games, meaning that lottery is not necessarily to empower Nigerians, but to squeeze Nigerians further and collect money for the federal government. Just the same way churches are squeezing money from the pocket of unsuspecting members of the public who go to church. You know, the other time I was saying that some pastors will say, if things are tight for you, check your tithes. You are not paying your tithes well. If you are eating like an orphan, like you are not eating well, check your offering. If things look, there's another word for that, and they will say, check your seed. You are not paying. Everything revolves around money in church. Why is it so? And by the time you escape from church, government is also trying to swindle you. Now, those that think those that think no, I wish I know how to smoke. Seriously, plenty water. You deform say you know they smoke igbo because future. No. If I smoke, I'll tell you, and nothing will happen. I mean, nobody will beat me for smoking now. If I smoke, I'll tell you. I don't smoke. I wish I know how to. I chewed the thing once. I chewed it once, and I slept off. So because I believe that it will induce sleep in me, so I ignored it. So I don't do it. I wish I know how to do, right? So I don't bet too, no more kg. I don't bet either. I don't. Alright, but I'm just saying, for many people who believe in betting and they think that it is going to help them make some money, look at what federal government is saying. They're actually doing it to squeeze money more. After paying tax that there's nothing to show for the tax you're paying, they now want to squeeze you from betting again. That's what they're simply trying to do. They want to be using it to generate money for federal government. From who? From the money of poor downtrodden Nigerians who are looking for any means to survive. Alright? So why would you shut down Bet9ja when the supposed or ostensible hopes of many young Nigerians who are unemployed depend on it? Alright? Aha. So solution says some people see something good in it. Now let me quickly go back to one man went to mow. The reason I don't like the way he comments is that it distracts people from the main topic we are discussing. We are discussing something serious, and you are here to be distracting people. I don't like it. I don't like it. I did set out so that we can be talking about, so that you and another person can be attacking. If you want to attack somebody, pick on them, look for their email or their contact, you know, talk one-on-one. But distracting people, you know. Okay, let me read what you say now. Look, small problem from me, Shegun, don't vex. I noticed this too with the Shore fans. Criticize the guy small and they will come for your head. Now, God complex. See, it is not God complex. We have something we are discussing. There's a topic and you are distracting people. You come here calling me noise maker. Yes, I make noise. But why are you here? You keep calling me noise maker every day, but why are you here? I'm discussing ideas, you know, and we are supposed to look at how this idea can be useful to the country, and you are calling me noise maker. Is that not deliberate distraction from the topic? The way you have been distracting people since 1960, and we are saying let us stop distracting people so that we can start focusing, and you are still distracting people. It's distraction. It is distraction, and I don't think it is necessary. Criticism, if you want to criticize, is okay. I tolerate people. The other time people criticize me for saying that Shore has so much energy, has so much vibe, is talking to more Nigerians than other people, but it's not I criticize them. I say it's not necessarily converting people. People attacked me, I took it, but they are talking to the topic. They are talking to the topic. If you want to criticize based on the topic. Don't just come here and use some abstract thing and say somebody is making noise. Over what? You think I don't have some other things to do? This is almost 12 a.m. All my neighbors are asleep. I'm supposed to be sleeping, so I came in tired. And I'm trying to discuss matter on the day. And you are saying I'm making noise. Just deliberately to distract. I'm saying this so that we will not do this again, please. I'm taking my time to address this at once, so that we will not have to address this kind of thing again, please. We are talking about marijuana. We are talking about oil. The other day, somebody at the Senate said that, I don't know how many people heard it. The other day, somebody at the Senate said, we should discourage importation of electric cars. What reason? Because Nigeria is a petroleum exporting country. Isn't that a topic for us to discuss? You can imagine a senator that's supposed to be representing poor and average downtrodden Nigerians saying such a thing. And you know the funniest thing, he doesn't buy fuel. No senator that I know buys fuel. The other day I was at Oyedepo's church, and I think I mentioned this here before. Oyedepo was saying, even if the price of petroleum goes to 1,000 naira per liter, my God, that's supply my needs according to His riches and glories. And I mentioned it here before. And the Mumu members, they rose up and were shouting, hey, that God will supply their bishops' need. The idiocy in it is that they don't know that their bishop does not even buy fuel. Oyedepo doesn't buy fuel. They are the ones buying, and they are the ones suffering that the price of fuel is going up. And Oyedepo is trying to count them by saying, don't worry, your God will supply your needs. Their mumu, their salary is not increasing. Their means of livelihood is not increasing. In fact, those that are salary earners had not been paid almost upward period of 6 months in arrears. And Oyedepo who doesn't even buy a single liter of fuel, he's saying his supply is. You are the one still paying. You are the one paying offering and tithe to sponsor Oyedepo's flamboyant lifestyle, and you are shouting, hey, because he says his needs are supplied according to the riches and glories of God. Do you get what we are saying? So anytime I come here to address an issue, and it's because I'm pained. Why am I not discussing Tonto Dike? Why am I not discussing, do you get? I'm not discussing other irrelevant issues. I'm not discussing Bobrisky. I'm discussing issues that affect Nigerians, that affect the daily life of average masses, and you are here distracting me. You think I don't have job? So please, let's not do this again. Let's not distract ourselves unnecessarily. I don't like blocking people. I don't want to do it. But please, let's know what we are doing. Okay? Alright. Malachi 3:10, yes. It's one of the tricks they use to, one of the tricks they use in church we call it scare tactic. They use it to scare people. Say, God will rain devourers that will devour your blah blah. It's not true. Let Oyedepo give you his own tithe just for 1 month. That is answered prayer. That is what we call answered prayer. Let Oyedepo give me his own tithe for 1 month. Maybe we have been paying tithe. Let him give me his own tithe for just 1 month. Whether I will need to be praying again. I will not need to be praying again. How many of you abroad are praying Holy Ghost fire, die, die, die? How many of you abroad are praying that prayer? Nobody prays that prayer. It is only poor people who are being manipulated in Nigeria that are praying that kind of prayer. Yes, Nigerians are still sleeping. God day. They are still sleeping, and we need to whip everybody up. Those that we need to beat to wake up, we beat them to wake up. Those that we have to flog them. Everybody has got to wake up at this time. We have to beat people to wake up. I understand, but one man went to more already agreed that he will not distract again. It's about distraction, please. We just don't want distraction. He's in his right senses. He knows what he's doing. He's trying to pull legs, but he's doing it in a way that is only causing distraction. That's where my grouse is. Okay, head of a church who asks members to empty their pockets in the coffers and walk back home. It happens. In fact, somebody called me 2 days ago, was it, or 3 days ago now, and was explaining to me that in the UK, if you steal anything, no matter how small it is, if you steal something, that you will go to jail. That he now said stole money, somebody stole money and went to use it to build small fish pond. He stole small money and built small fish pond, and he went to jail for it. Do you know what I told the person? I said, poor man. If it were in Nigeria that you stole money and all you can build is a small fish pond out of the money, what is jail? In fact, you are not even qualified to do Thanksgiving in church, that the money you stole was so small that all you can build out of it is a small fish pond. So that's another issue. So let's get back on track, as Numokeji is suggesting. All right. Okay, so please, let's get going. Let's get concentrated. The ideas that are going to be ruling the world are already here. Okay, so marijuana, as Shore already suggested, they are now stealing the idea in Ondo State. Coincidentally, Shore is from Ondo State. All right, that's one. On the other side, on the other hand, we are not talking about electrical cars that will not use fuel, and some people are angry. All right. So the funniest thing is that the people who will be defending continuation of fuel, crude oil propelled cars, are the people that buy fuel, not the people who don't buy. That's where the problem is. Nigerians are always defending their problems. Nigerians are always, but the orientation will change. I was somewhere today. The person was telling me, it's not about being Hausa or Igbo. Say this, but another topic I will discuss much later again is: do you think we want to continue together, or are we deceiving ourselves? Because the Hausas will know. See, one thing about Yorubas and Igbos is, if they know this person is not doing well, chances that they will not follow the person is high. But Hausa, even if na one cow, as I say the cow na Hausa, will Nigeria move forward with that? Nigeria cannot move forward with that. And they are more in number. That's another problem. Nigeria, that's another problem. Alright. So 19 northern states out of 36 states, you will need them to win election. We will need them to win election. And all of them are bookies and marginaries. We don't care. We don't want send. We don't want hear everything you want talk. Nigeria currently doesn't have the required infrastructure to venture into the use of electric vehicles. Somebody is already selling the charger in Ibadan. In case you don't know, I saw somebody in Ibadan selling the charger for electric cars already. The charger. He has the charger. So gradually, some people will start importing their own. They will buy and bring it in. They will buy and bring it in. Gradually, they'll start taking the space. Alright. But the thing is, the people that are supposed to support the idea will be the ones defending it. In Nigeria, for instance, Nigeria is a place where those that have been oppressed, who don't go to school, will be the ones defending their oppressor. They will say, Tinubu is the best man. They never met him, but because they hear that somebody is giving, they say that because they hear. The same thing, people that go to church and their pastors are raping them will also be the ones defending their pastors. They say, oh, he's the best man. Oh, God is true. Come and ask us. Oh my God. Oh my shit. Anyways, let's do the comments a little bit. There's much work to be done in this country, and if it can be We all speak with one voice, not disjointed. That's where I'm saying, do you think we want to do some things with the North? Because that is where I don't know what we would do about them. Bamjoshi Shegun, what is the first time that's required to enable an electric vehicle to function? I don't know. I don't own an electric vehicle. But you can educate us. Jesus the ransom. Consign them that what the pastor do with the money. Okay, yeah, it's a continuation of what you said before, right? But Bamjoshi, I don't know, and maybe you can educate us in just one sentence or two on this platform so that we can all learn about electric cars. God Rabo, can anyone on this platform tell me one thing that Nigeria has done for him or her? Nigeria, okay. Nigeria gave me citizenship, so I'm a Nigerian. That's one thing I know I have from Nigeria. Solutions: we in the South, we should not wait for anybody. We have to advance. Yes, but you know what? As far as election every 4 years depends on number of people. I see this northerners plenty pass also, and if they all decide, say it's not about who is good. But I'm just saying, before you venture into electric vehicles, first ensure there is power, electricity. Oh, people will buy charger. No, be Nigeria. Is it not 12 volts? Even solar will charge your battery. Okay. Iman F says, Shegun, I disagree that they are more in the north. Our census from the onset has been falsified. Okay, what is the current figure in the southwest? In the south, what is the current figure in the north? What is the current figure in the east? Whether falsified or not? You guys are just giving yourself headache here. This set of rulers need to Michael Tolu Oluwatowoju guy, they vex. God is love balance. The Nigeria police chased me out of where? Okay, out of the country. So out of the country because of police. There's one news from somewhere around Bagada today. This evening, as I was coming, somebody hinted me. A man was killed today in Bagada by assassins, suspected assassins. They had been tracking him from that new church, that Deeper Life Church. They tracked him till they got to almost somewhere called Power Line. They blocked him, stopped his car, pulled him off the car and killed. They shot him twice and he died. So anything can kill somebody in Nigeria these days. It's a volatile country. Police didn't get there until more than 1 hour later. The man gave up. The man was still breathing according to eyewitnesses. The man was still breathing for more than 30 minutes, but they didn't want to touch because they were they were scared of the police. That if you take somebody to the hospital will not attend to the person, and the police will also want you to come and be writing statement and giving you problem to be going and coming over investigation of the death. So everybody was scared. They left the man to die until police came more than an hour later, after the man had given up and the assailants had left. They had gone. Well, okay. North is about 68% landmass of Nigeria, but I doubt if their population exceeds the south population. That's Solomon P. Nelson. One man went to Mosey, there's nobody in the north. Okay. So Solomon P. 68% land mass, and there are no people there. Okay. But I'm just curious. Which is priority? Adequate power supply at Lagos State Teaching Hospital or electric vehicles in Lagos? No more KG. Thanks to the Shegun, the Nigerian edit continues. One moment to more Shegun. I just follow you play. Okay, no problems. It's okay. I just don't like distractions when you are discussing something serious. It's a belita. Okay, Salam Yusuf is saying underage voter in the north. So now there are three different views now, or angles. One is saying 68% land mass, but their population is not much. Another is saying, they are much, but they are underage voters. Okay, different stories, different beliefs or opinions. Gode Rabo, plenty water. Why does it have to be Lagos? Gode Rabo, the North do not believe in one Nigeria. That explains the killings, and the president is not doing anything to stop it. All the security chiefs are from the North, yet they can't stop the killings. Well, I learned that Yomi Shogunle was removed from the police complaint response unit, has been replaced by another man from the North. So enjoy it, okay? But the reality is that, don't you think that this country needs to split so that everybody can do their thing? Don't you think? I'm just asking. All right, it's just a poser. All right, don't you think? Anyways, Bamjoshi is one man says there's nobody there. They are agrarian rural land. Nobody is there, but they are agrarian. Let's be consistent, Joe. Bamjoshi Imanev Shegun, it is only in Nigeria that you have more people living in the desert than in the rain forest. Nigerians are created to cope, to survive. So people will survive in the desert in Nigeria. Somebody was saying something about Yomi Shogun. I missed that. I'm sorry. Slim PP. I'd like us to discuss about what's happening in Kano State, the government versus the Emirates. It's not only in Kano State. Similar thing happened in Ibadan. Ajimobi tried to trounce Olubadan. So don't also forget that Ajimobi's son married Ganduje's son in Kano. So they are in-laws. Ajimobi must have tipped him off to say, this is what you can do. I'm just saying, okay? Jesus the ransom. So Nigeria is prison, anything can happen. I pity Nigerians who voted for Buhari. What's happening now is just a slap. Aziz Ademola says, Shege, only revolution is the way forward, but might be in several forms though, but revolution isn't inevitable. Kinda agree, it's unfortunate this country is kinda gone, so sorry. Anyways, people, I think we should close the show now. We've tried. Alright, time is gone because of people who are not privileged to join us live and who will be watching on a playback. So don't forget, the project is still on, that we want to start going to secondary schools to capture. And let me quickly summarize it again. The essence of this is that many Nigerians, for instance, we have lost many people already to, we have lost a lot of people already as I speak with you right now. Many people, no matter how much you talk to them, because they are already used to collecting money, there's little you can do about them. Once election is just tomorrow, this evening APC will bring money, bullion van, and everybody turns their back. But there are some categories of people that can change this country, the next generation. They're in secondary schools. Their lives are not yet spoiled. Let me put it that way. Their lives are not yet destroyed. They are not yet collecting bullion vans, and we can capture those ones to rescue this country together with us. So the vision, the idea is to see how we can go to secondary schools, talk to students, rescue them. I converted, I became what I am, or who I am today, because of one person who came to address us while I was in SS3. That person changed my mind completely. So I am very sure too that there are students at the university, who are about to transit to university from secondary school, who, if somebody talks to them, will change their lives forever, and they will join this revolution. We need people. You cannot do revolution, if you are not in the military, and you want a revolution that involves all this majority of the citizens. You will need to orientate a lot of people, and we need young people at this time. Okay, nobody is too small in age. You never know. Some people will just hear one thing that will change their life forever. So we want to start going to secondary schools, even if it is not a revolution, even if it is election. At least 1.6 million people start for JAMB. The country has capacity to only admit 600,000 people in tertiary institutions. What happens to the 800,000 plus rest remaining or remnants? They'll go and join Shako. Let me tell you the pattern in Nigeria. The pattern is that if somebody finishes secondary school and doesn't have an institution to go to, guess what they do? Number one, they'll go and be drinking Shekwe. Chelsea, they'll join Chelsea Football Club. That's number two. Number three, they'll join Eye confraternity in the streets. And number four, they'll join either APC or PDP. That's what they do. But if we rescue them by talking to them while they are in SS2, SS3, SS1, SS2, SS3, we start talking to them, going to schools, some of them will say, no, I don't belong here. I have friends who are doing Yahoo Yahoo, but I chose not to do. And it's because I've listened to words that changed my life. Alright? So we need to do a lot of things together. We need to rescue, we need to start capturing those that have not yet been compromised, who are at secondary schools. That is what this project is about. So you can reach me if you want. Okay, you can reach me if you want on the following number that is on your screen. Please, we need resources to do what we are doing. Nelson say, yeah, they worry for Chelsea you mentioned. Yeah, no, I'm just saying the pattern is, if you go on average street in Lagos, for let's just start from Lagos. A secondary school drop out. Let me tell you what they do. The secondary school drop out will start drinking all those sachets Chelsea. Next thing, they'll say they are fan of Chelsea Football Club. It's a correlation. Alright. Number three, they will join Eye fraternity on the streets. They will join Eye or Aye. Number four, they will introduce them to APC or PDP, and that's it. So we lose them. There's nothing you can do about that. It's a pattern. I know them on the street. It's a pattern. Okay? But what we can do is, before they leave secondary school, there are some of them that one word, two words, three words from this would make them decide, no, I'm not doing that bullshit. And they will never join. And by not joining that, they are joining the platform that we are creating for a new Nigeria. And that's the idea. What I'm simply trying to say is that while you are talking to your generation, Wale Soyinka already said he gave up on his own generation already. Even my own generation, I can't tell. Most of them worked for APC, PDP in this past election. Some of them are beyond redemption. Some of them maybe. But there are those that have not been compromised at all as yet. We can capture those ones, and they will rescue this country. That's my belief. I don't want to be running after, I don't want to be talking to deaf people again. I don't want to be running after people who will not do anything. Alright, so the alternative is, let's start capturing those 16, 17, 18-year-old in SS1, SS2, SS3 across secondary schools in the country. There are millions of them every year. If you look at the statistics of people writing JAM, NECO and WAEC, there are many. So if you can capture those ones by talking to them, if you can't capture all of them, a fraction of them will influence their peers. They will join us online and start doing things instead of watching pornography, watching tutorials, following Yahoo people online. We can rescue them, and they will be listening to conversation and joining conversations like this, and even becoming mentors to their own peers too. And before you know it, 2020 we have rescued 500,000. 2021 we have reorientated about another 500,000. That is 1 million. Don't also forget that there's a chain effect. Those ones are also talking to their own family members and saying, no, don't do this. They're also converting other people. 2021, 2022, ripple effects. By 2023, we can have up to 50 million across Nigeria who are ready to rescue this country. Forget all those people, all those old people that are used to collecting 5,000 naira. There's little we can do about those ones. Alright, but there's a lot we can do about the younger ones who are in secondary schools, who are not yet compromised. There's a lot we can do. So that is what I want to focus my own energy on. Alright, that is what I want to focus my own energy on. So if you want to support this, it's a team. It's a team. It's a team. We have expert that will be talking on early pregnancy, unwanted pregnancy, and how to avoid it so that your future and career is not affected. To secondary school students, we have somebody that will be talking about how to pass JAMB, WAEC, and how to maintain career focus instead of you like me. While I was growing up, I dreamt I wanted to be a medical doctor, because growing up now, when they ask what you want to become, some of them just chant it flippantly. Oh, I want to be a doctor, lawyer, different engineer. We just say anything, but growing up, we know better. All right, some people lose focus. Most of those guys you see on the streets who are smoking, shacking refno and all of those things, most of them also dreamt of becoming medical doctors or lawyers or whatever. But look at them today on the street. But we can rescue them. Some of them don't even need you to give them money. Some of them just need somebody to talk to them and give them hope that it is possible, it can be done. But because they are not seeing somebody telling them it can be done, the only people they are seeing is shaku shaku, yahoo, mofe chache. Those are the people they are seeing. What do you expect them to do? That's what they will become. All right. So we need more. Yes, Bamjoshi will talk to females. That is why I'm involving person talking about prevention of early and unwanted pregnancy, adolescent pregnancy. We have somebody talking about drug abuse, how it affects lives. We'll be doing PowerPoint presentation, talking to them and all of that. We have somebody talking on career and leadership, and then we go into civics from there. Do you understand it? So I'm not interested in all those people that are failed and are not interested in a better country. I'm interested in those young people in secondary schools that we can still capture, that are yet to be compromised, because we are losing them whether we like it or not. Every time JAMB is written, every time WAEC is written, every time NECO is written, we are losing millions of people. Guess what? Because there's no capacity, there's no carrying capacity of tertiary institutions in Nigeria that can accommodate the number of people we are releasing from secondary schools every year. All right, every year there's no carrying capacity from tertiary institutions that can accommodate all these people we are training out. We are losing them to underbridge, smoking, drinking different substances and killing themselves. So we can go and rescue them, and that's the idea. And it doesn't stop at only what I'm going to be doing with my team. Those of you too who will be seeing the live stream as we start can be sharing them as well, so that you'll be reaching other people. Tag people that those are asking you for I want money, that that if you give them money, they're just going to use it to be buying sandal and buying designer bags. Be tagging them in this post once we start doing this program, so that we can start helping them. Yes, I have another person too who will be doing vocational training for if you want to learn tailoring in addition to going to school, if you want to learn how to do this in addition to going to school. We have the plan, we have the team already well set up. We just need to get started, and then you'll start seeing us soon. All right, somebody sent me 30,000 naira today to help my waka about. She doesn't want me to mention her name, but Mrs. Eunice, I won't mention your full name. Mrs. Eunice, I want to appreciate you. Your 30,000 naira went a long way, because I bought fuel in my car. I was able to move around, do many things today, and I appreciate it. So those of you that want to support, that's the number on the screen. WhatsApp most preferably, so that I can reply even if I'm not able to answer the call. All right. So thank you so much. I want to say at this point, let me call it a night, and then I'll see you again tomorrow. I kind of love this fella's song, by Midi Dries, and then I also love the other one that talks about religion by Larry Safari. So maybe we should end this show with Larry Safari. Abi? Larry Safari people. Alright, let's do this.
They call me pagan. Then they say I be Satan. 'Cause I believe I be truly believe in the church, oh, as I don't want to know. If you really believe in the mosque, oh, me, I don't want to know. If you believe in the pastors, oh, as I don't want to know. If you believe in the imam, oh, me, I don't want to know. Make you shine your eyes, and free yourself, oh, lo. Make you shine your eyes, and free yourself from mental slavery. Make you shine your eyes, and free yourself, oh. Make you shine your eyes, and free yourself from mental slavery. Listen now, Oyibo come deceive us. Then come bring that Jesus. Even the story about Jacob,
My ancestors make you save us.
my people make gonna wake up. Wake up. If you truly believe in the church, oh, as I don't want to know. If you really believe in the mosque, oh, me, I don't want to know.
If you really believe in the Bible,
I don't want to know.
and if you really believe in Quran, oh,
Me, I don't want to know. Make you shine your eyes, and free yourself, oh, lo. Make you shine your eyes, and free yourself from mental slavery. Make you shine your eyes,